Hello, welcome back. Today I have a Flurgl game for you, and an interesting one because as the title suggests, you're tripling into a tree drop. I think it's one of the biggest sins. I keep saying this, like tripling into tree drop is horrible, don't do it. But here I'll show you one of the exceptions. I'll go over a couple exceptions. We have a token on Flurgl, which is amazing, doesn't matter what the token is, because that means you can cycle on tier 2. I like getting Murlocs on tier 2 because you want to get the Honchos, which is pretty much the best Murloc early on to get, the main reason why Flurgl is viable, and War Leaders are good as well. So I rolled here, rolled a Honcho, we sell this, get a trash Murloc so I'm not freezing, and we got, well, our basic setup done. It might seem like we waste money, but I think it's okay to waste money in exchange for re-rolling Murlocs. And look, here's a triple that we talked about, and it's too awkward. If you level here, things go to shit. If you don't take it, we have to freeze, things go to shit. And on top of that, well, if you play this Murloc, we get the +2 health buff. And tree drops are good for Flurgl, because you have 3 Murlocs. Falfin Navigator, which is the one we discover, is one of them. So Falfin was an amazing hit here, Seer is an amazing hit, and there's another Murloc on tier 3 that I forget about right now, but there's 3 Murlocs that are amazing. Tier 4, it would be only Lookout, and I guess Gold Rubber is like an okay card, but tripling to 4s doesn't matter. Mainly you want to save your triples for 5 drops. You don't want to triple early on, just get 5 drops, but just because of how that turn worked out, I went for a 3 drop. I also decided to cycle a bit more here because again I want double Honcho at least, or just like a really good Murlocs. Now I've seen the arguments, like I stay down on tier 2 an extra turn always at Flurgl because it works out for me, but I've seen the argument that it's bad because you want to go to tier 3, that's where the buff Murlocs are. So if you cycle on tier 3, you increase your odds of hitting the good buff Murlocs. But I agree to disagree. I like staying on 2 because buff Murlocs are good, but they're shit if you don't have good Murlocs to buff, right? Oh yeah, this is the Murloc I talked about, the Swolefin. That's the 3rd Murloc. But what is the point of just finding buffers on tier 3 if you don't have a good board to buff? So that's why I stay down, find 2 good tier 2 Murlocs, set up a strong board, and then buff those from there. That is the main logic of me doing this, and it's also easier to find the triples on those good units, those good Murlocs, and then triple into 5 drops. That's how I play Flurgl. Now, other exceptions of when you could triple into a 3 drop is mainly Weaver. Like if you had a super early Ref Weaver triple, you could triple into a 3 drop to maybe hit the new Morganas, Katranatir it's called, to just be immune and don't take damage anymore, or just find a demon or maybe a juggler, you know, or whatever. You don't really care about the reward from the triple like as much as, because a tripled Weaver in itself is very valuable since you will take less damage and have like 1 big body. So there are exceptions. Generally speaking, I would still like to triple a Weaver into a higher unit, but if you have a triple on turn 3 or 4, it could be reasonable to take. I think those are actually the only exceptions. Besides that, I would just always go for 4s, 5s, 6s, because that's direction. That's where you hit the big spikes. Tier 3, I mean, you could hit a deflectable, sure, but you can just roll it a turn later as well. You know, that's the logic of not taking early triples. This turn, we're on tier 3 still. I'm just cycling because I want to get a bunch of buffs. I also included Lost Fight because, well, if you saw an 8 gold, our board is stupid strong. Compared to most people, our board is crazy strong because we're Flurgl and we have double Honcho, Swolefin, Warrior. I'm also going to include this fight because this guy has a tank, and I'm going to show you how bullshit tank is. This guy's going to get like almost full tank value because guess what? I'm a bad player and I can't snipe it. My hits are dog shit. So he's just going to snipe away my board hit by hit. And again, this is going to demonstrate how strong we are because I think we win the fight. Even though he gets full divine shield value, full value from tank, snipes a million times, we still beat him. That's how much tempo you can put on the board as Flurgl. Again, last fight 8 gold, I think we were up against Edwin or Silence. Also, we just absolutely obliterated them. Oh, now we're up against Edwin. So we have our triple, we go into 5s, that's usually how it goes, and then we try to hit Bran or other good stuff like Gurgle. So yeah, we're just chilling now. If you miss all your triples, again, don't worry. Like, we have crazy tempo. We're stronger than most people in the lobby. You don't need Bran. I've won Flurgl games without Bran. If you haven't seen my guide on Flurgl, I'd suggest check it out. But you can just level to tier 5 then, or just stay on tier 4, excuse me, and just like find buffs, play buffs. Very straightforward. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just get strong, get more triples here. The reason I don't level is because we have 2 more pairs that should be relatively easy to triple. I want to triple into 5s. There's no reason to ever level here and triple into 6s because 6s suck. Like, what 6 would I want? Like a Seafood Slinger? Not not yet. Here's the other triple. Let's see what we're gonna get from that one. Is it the brand? No, it's dog shit, because guess what? Most of the time you're gonna hit dog shit. It's kind of lucky if you hit brand on your first try. So don't feel bad if you don't hit brand. I don't know what the exact odds are of like hitting a specific triple. It also depends on the tribes in the lobby. But it shouldn't be like too high. And we got lucky, we got it on our third try, and now we're just chilling. Like, as soon as you got a brand on Flurgl, you're pretty much first place if you just know how to play the late game well. If you can tech against your opponents, like, play a Ghoul if necessary, play Divine Shields if necessary, like Selfless Hero, Taunt if necessary, like, you just need to know how you counter your lost opponents, and then you should always win a lobby from here on. So that's how to Flurgl. And we took a 3-drop, and well, in the end, the 3-drop gave us enough tempo to just level and triple into more 5-drops, which was essentially the purpose of it. It wasn't to discover direction or anything like that, which most triples are supposed to give you some sort of direction. But again, we talked a lot about the meta. We killed this guy, by the way. The meta is super tempo heavy. It is almost more valuable to just have extra tempo on the board early on and then capitalize off that and just kill people, right? We're able to murder greedy people because our board is just too strong. Like, it's kind of insane. So I'm just gonna keep playing for buffs and try and find Sefin to get poison eventually, and that's it. And that is why tripling into 4-drops is so good as well, because tempo, you know, you don't have to greet 4 or 5 every single time. This guy's playing pirates, rather strong, but as you can see, it's no match for our Murlocs. Here is going to be another lethal blow, 2 people back to back, again murdered. This reminds me of the Lost George game. And I also want to thank everyone again for the sweet comments on that game. People are really enjoying it. I think that video right now, as I'm making this one, has 0 dislikes. Every video of mine gets dislikes because it's the internet. People just shit on everything, right? I've never seen a video of mine not get dislikes, so I guess it's something you guys enjoy. So, like mentioned, I'm gonna try and do 2 uploads a day because it's fun, and I hope I'm helping some people with this. Again, we're just cycling here, we're top 4, we should be chilling. Finally found Sefin, which I chose over the buff because I still would like some poison. We're facing some elementals, the Slysssa, and elementals could actually outscale this board relatively easily because elementals are bullshit at the moment. So poison might be good, and that's why I take the Orgs as well. I can taunt my Bran to guarantee Sefin not getting sniped and to increase the odds of getting value. I also sold my big dude to buff up the Sefin instead, so I don't play with the extra Murloc anymore because it's not that valuable to me. Anyway, I'm gonna include next fight as well because it's a very interesting one, as you'll see. Just ending on the buff here, and the Slysssa is getting a lot of triples this turn. I think they got like 2, maybe 3. They have 5 total, and this is what their board looks like. I did not expect it, but they have 4 units. They have 4 unit Andy. Yes, I'm not kidding. Golden Wildfire, and I'm like, I should easily win this, right? But yeah, maybe not. We got 1 poison already, and this Wildfire just completely obliterates us. We did win the fights, but it was surprisingly close for only having 4 units. So we know he has a massive Wildfire, which does insane damage. I got 2 poisons this turn, so I think he or Barav is going to be our lost opponent. So basically we got to play around him, right? Or Barav. I don't think we faced Barav yet. We don't know what he is. Right now I'm speeding up the buffs because it's kind of boring. Actually, and while that's happening, I also want to like take some comments from time to time and just answer them because I think that's fun while we're preparing for the Barav battle. So Key H Freak said that he's always scared of my next opponent, probably would have picked Coiler, like in the video where I took Kalig over Coiler and reborn it for a lot of tempo. And that's indeed like the biggest skill in Battlegrounds, I think. Knowing how strong your opponents are, like constantly you want to have a map in your head of how strong everyone in the lobby is, so that way you can judge if you can power level, if you should stay down. But another thing is, it's fine to be weaker than your opponent and still make a greedy play. Like in some spots, even like it could be fine to lose a fight but still be alive, right? If you're at 14 HP, it's fine to lose a fight and be at 4 HP, because whether you're at 14 or 14 HP in the late game very often doesn't matter. You're gonna die most of the time anyway, depending on the people you're facing. And you could get a bigger spike of it. So you could see it as an investment. Like you exchange 10 health for a way stronger board, so that way you're not gonna lose later on. Because Like winning this fight might not matter as much because you're gonna lose the next fight then because you're playing all in. While if you just play greedy now, take 10 damage but survive at 4 HP and are way stronger than, so you don't lose the next couple fights, that is massive. So I hope that somewhat was a clear answer to, it wasn't even a question that he said, just like a statement, but I hope that kind of justified my play, and I hope that's going to help you guys see when to go greedy or not. Now this is the Slysssa. Look at his board now. He got absolutely massive because it's elemental. So again, we just got to tech properly around him. I've been playing really greedy, just playing for stats. Reason being, I'm 30 HP. I can't die, right? There's no way that I get one shot, I think, from 30. So I just played for stats, just tried to get bigger and see if that's enough to win the lobby. And turns out we're gonna tie this fight. So I feel like I could just keep on scaling and probably be fine. But it's probably better to just like put him in the grave, right? Just like get ready to murder this guy. So the brand has to come out. We found Selfless. I'm also looking for a taunt now, preferably Argus, so that way I can just taunt one of my Murlocs. And we are finding it like a little bit late. We can't get to it. I would have to freeze 2 gold here and freeze, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do, freezing for next game. Or if he beats me, I could still buy it. We would have to sell a Murloc or sell the Selfless, but still, taunt might be worth it. So yeah. I just wanted to kill him here. We could just keep playing for buffs, but I'm gonna start teching a little bit. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of this game because spoilers, yes, I do indeed kill him. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment with a question or whatever. I'm gonna try and take 1 or 2 comments every game and try and give some tips and help you guys out if you enjoy that. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.